What's up everybody, welcome to another video on my channel. In this video we're gonna make a beat for Tory Lanez. As you all know, even though he's in prison, he is still recording, so that's why I'm gonna make some vibes for him today. I don't know yet what vibe I'm going for exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be crazy. So I would say let's not waste any time and let's get straight into it. And I just found that crazy one-shot, synth one-shot here on Splice. And I think we can come up with something ambient and dark for Tory Lanez with that one, because also a lot of his songs begin with a synth plug or key. So once you got it in FL, you gotta set the envelope right. So I turned everything down besides the hold, and I turned up the release a little bit. So now we got like a small kind of release. And then let's begin with a major 7th chord. So I want to begin with a C sharp major 7th. So the whole loop is going to be in F minor. So let's take the C sharp and then let's take the C and pitch that up. That really gives us that R&B kind of feeling that I want for Tory Lanez. And then let's go down one note to a C minor. Pretty fire. I like that C sharp, C and F chord progression. It's also used in a lot of R&B songs. Not only Tory, but a lot of R&B artists use these chord progressions. And what I really like to do is to give our chords some more rhythm and depth by adding the exact same root note an octave down a little bit later. At the end I want to go up the Re to a G sharp major 7th again. So let's take the G and then pitch it up. Let's make that G sharp right here a little longer. And then let's also take the 5th from the G sharp chord and pitch it up an octave. Yeah, I think that's a really solid foundation and it instantly sets the vibe of our beat. For the second part, let's duplicate it and then let's just pitch it up one octave. Yeah, that sounds really good. I actually want to try to add some delay, so let's send it to an insert real quick. And then I want to add this H delay, which is the best delay in my opinion. Set it to 1/4 maybe. And then also let's turn on the ping pong mode. Yeah, I think we can work with that. Yeah, for the next layer I want to add a vocal, and for that I found this one on Splice. And of course it's on a completely different BPM. So what I just did is I slowed it down, set it to the right pitch, and then we got this. And for the second part I pitched it up one octave. Yeah, I'm not quite satisfied with the tone of it, so let's send them both to an insert real quick, and then let's add some effects. First just a simple EQ cutting out some high frequencies. And then I want to add this bin-so-net delay from Effect Rack. It sounds really analog and mono, which gives us kind of a vintage character or feeling. Yeah, that's pretty fire. Now let's also add a reverb. Background I want to add a really clean and simple pad, and I really like this Life Science pad from Xenology. I turned off the reverb though, and I lowered the release a little bit so it sounds a bit cleaner. This is the sound. So just a really clean and simple sine pad, and then just the chords that we also made with the plug sound. But they're just played a little bit different. For example, we don't have the 3rd in the same octave as the root note. We pitched it up this time. As I said, for the background it's good when you have some more space. When you're playing wider over the octave, then of course everything sounds a bit more wide. I actually want to destroy the sound a little bit, so I want to make it sound a bit vintage. And for that I first want to add this chorus right here. Perfect. Then let's also add an EQ, and let's just cut out some frequencies that we don't like. As you can see, I removed a lot in the lower mid frequency area, and this is just because our other sound, the main plug sound, takes a lot of space in that area. So let's just remove it from that pad sound so everything sounds a bit more clean. And to make it sound really vintage and destroyed, I want to add this J37 with that Rhodes Whirly preset. that just adds a bit of distortion, and I really like that kind of feeling, especially for Tory Lanez beats. Yeah, and then in almost every Tory Lanez song you can hear huge sub basses, and most of the time I just use the ones from my drum kit, so let's use this Fuck Me bass, because that sounds really wide and deep. That I would actually say the melody is done. I arranged everything out, so now I'm gonna render it out, and then I see y'all in an empty project where we're gonna throw some drums on it. And for these dark ambient Tory Lanez kind of beats, we wanna make sure we have a hard-hitting snare, a very hard 808, and a cool hi-hat bounce. So yeah, I'll try my best to dial everything in, and let's just start off with this snare right here. Next on, this organic hi-hat. I think that's a bounce that we can work with. Let's actually add another snare. Now let's come to the kick and the 808. For that I want to use this Mexico kick together with that organic 808. I would say with that our beat is done. If you're interested in the drum sounds that I'm using, click the first link in the description, you'll find my stash drum kit there. But with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what y'all want to see next, and now enjoy the full beat.